might too, but I will. Yeah, so I encourage people to go to that event. If you haven't gone in the past, go this year, make it another successful event. And I wish your son well in Ecuador.
Thank you.
All joking aside. Just a few things. I said this earlier, I just want to make sure it gets captured. Absentee ballots are available now for the special election. Remind people the special election is Saturday, March 24th. You can come into Town Hall, the town clerk's office, and request one. You can do it online by accessing the town website. Voter registration is open now for both the special election as well as for the special town meeting. The deadlines to register to vote for the special election is March 3rd. The deadline is slightly longer for the special town meeting. That is, the deadline is March 9th to register to attend special town meeting. So that's public information there. Also, there is another informational session. It's really set up to be an abutters informational session concerning the school building project, but it's open to the public. That's going to be held on Tuesday, February 28th, 7 p.m. in the large group room at the middle school. So I encourage folks that are out there that have questions, want more information regarding the project to attend that particular session. And also, as I said earlier, please go to the investinnorthreading.org website for plethora of information regarding this project. And also, I remind you again, you can pledge to vote in favor of the project on that website. And also, I remind folks, as I have in the last couple of meetings, that the Secondary School Building Committee has its own website. That's at nrssbc.org. There's a wealth of information there as well regarding this project. There's an ability through that website to contact the committee as a whole, and also there's various contact information for members of that committee. So I encourage everyone in the public to access multiple websites and get as much information as you can, get yourself educated in this project. And once again, I encourage everyone to vote in favor of this particular project, both at the special town meeting and special election. Thank you.
Mr. Yule?
My turn. Yes. The Economic Study Committee met last week at the Little School. And we were informed by the Reading Municipal Light Department that they are going to change all of the street lights.
I hope you meant engineering.
Energy, what did I say?
Economic. Okay. We're all scratching our head here, Jeff. It's okay.
I apologize. And I have energy written down here, too. The Energy Study Committee, I apologize, that the North Reading Municipal Light is going to change all of the active lights, street lights, within the community, free of charge, where they'll be changing them with 50-watt high-pressure sodium lights with high illumination. So we'll get brighter lighting at lower cost. It will save the town $24,000 a year. So that would be the savings there. So that was really good news. I know we talked about this. I think you brought it up in one of the earlier meetings that we had, that if only we could change the lights with those rec funds or something like that, if you recall. So that's good information right there. Also related to that, I went to I had to leave the meeting that Greg had the other day, and I moved over to the LEAP meeting that they had, and the Energy Study Committee members were there, as well as Wilmington, Reading, and Linfield. I think there was another town, but I'm not sure. And there's a kickoff meeting, fact-finding meeting on trying to get a regional group of people towns, I should say, get together and find out some energy and green resources that we could take advantage of. One of the things, ironically, is that they are, it's called LEAP, and it's the MAPC, and I have to apologize, I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but They're looking at MAPC is looking at the bulk purchasing of LED lighting, fixtures and all, for all these communities. So it's funny how everyone's looking to improve on our lighting within the community at a reduced cost. So that they're looking to get grant opportunities for these programs, these energy green programs. So, and this is all due to, and we give all credit here to Heidi Griffin for this. She has done such a super job. She had such a collaborative of people in there, and she needs to be commended for that. Also, I was fortunate enough to go to the Bark and Roll opening this past Saturday. And if you recall, Francine, who is the owner, came before us about 2 years ago for a home occupation permit. And we granted it to her. What she did was she would go to people's homes and babysit their dogs and so on. And now she has grown where she is renting space at 24C Main Street, and she trains dogs on site. They don't stay overnight or anything like that. It's not a kennel. It's a wonderful program for those who have dogs. So we took somebody, we gave them a home occupation permit, and now they're a flourishing business. I will say this though: if we had the split tax at hand, that business would not be happening. And I think that's very important for us to understand in these economic times, how a split tax would negatively impact an opportunity like that. I think that's very important to appreciate. While I was there, I ran into who has a dog, Rich Wallner, and he and I had a great conversation about the Economic Study Committee. All right, and it was really a very good conversation. I wish I had had that opportunity, before that. But he's a great, it's a great choice, great selection, and he and I shared a lot of similarities in our thoughts. So that was a side opportunity that I really enjoyed. So the board made, even though I voted against that, and I told them I did, it was a good choice by the board. Okay, and we have we're going through some really tough economic times going forward, and I like when Mike says we have to rethink things. We have to look at things differently now than we ever have. We have been doing. We've been hiring experts to tell us, how to manage our records, how to do our health department, or manage our health program, and they're all necessarily, and they're all good ideas. But we have to start looking at the town and how the town functions, not only as a whole, but in some integral parts. And I've been paying attention to what other towns have been doing with their departments, and they. I won't get into the towns at this point because I'll be prepared to present something to you at the next meeting. But many towns are taking this opportunity. Whenever they have a change in a superior position, whether it be the TA, whether it be any other head, they are taking an opportunity to have an independent study of that area. And I think that we have a golden opportunity to help both our police and our fire department at this point, because we have a new police chief. We have a acting fire chief, and this would be a good opportunity for us to review independently from us how those two departments are functioning. I believe that we probably have the finest departments in Massachusetts, from what I could see. I'd like to, know that I'm right, And I think that if we look at having a review, independent review, consider it anyway, in probably in the next year's budget if we don't have the funds now, to give tools to our new chiefs in addition to their knowledge on how to find efficiencies and so on. So, at the next meeting, I'll bring something to bring some type of presentation to you just to plant the seed, get the idea going, because it's a great opportunity. The towns that I looked at, they said this is the time to do it. And some towns have it as a policy every 10 years or every changeover that they're going to do that. And that's what I'm looking, because we have to look at, sometimes we have to take things out of our hands and let the process take care of itself. And this is a good opportunity to do something like that. So I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you very much.
All set?
I'm all set.
Sure, Mr. Chairman, I'll go now, and then you can respond,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
I forgot about you, Mr. Rowley.
That's all right. I'm easily forgotten sometimes. Oh, that's okay. So I have to make my presence known.
You want to be on this side of the table.
This afternoon, I really didn't have anything I was going to offer up for old and new business until I got home briefly and thumbed through the transcript. And, over the last few months, I've been kind of reflecting on my own activities here as a member of the board as a whole, the public's perception, what type of image we project, and I think. And I had a brief conversation with the chairman about it this week, and I wasn't necessarily prepared to say anything tonight. However, when I got home and I opened the transcript and I saw a letter to the editor from someone who was reacting to our previous meeting and some discussions that took place, and basically ended the letter stating that maybe there should be some sort of us looking into some either action on a criminal or civil action type thing based upon some of the conversations that took place here. And to me, I'm saying to myself, okay, this is 10 minutes before I left, I said, maybe I do need to, I feel it necessary to say something at this point. It won't be everything that's on my mind. But I think we collectively as board members, and I'm going to take a closer look at my own, I'm going to choose my words a little more carefully going forward, because sometimes I guess I take it for granted, or I forget about the cameras and how many people are actually paying attention and listening to us. I guess more people do than I think, at least listen to us anyway. We have to choose our words carefully, and we have to be very cognizant of the image that we project, how we treat the general public, the people that come before us, whether it be our department heads, whether it be our town administrator, whether it be a member of the general public, whether it be members of boards, committees, and commissions. And the attitude that we project towards them and reflect it to the public is critical, because that helps formulate public opinion about ourselves as individuals, collectively as a board, collectively as a community and administration. And I've noticed a deterioration within the community as far as their perception of us collectively. And I think it's something that's totally within our control. And I think we just need to take a step back, look at what we're saying as individuals, how it's going to be perceived by the public, and do what's in the best for the community as a whole. And that's general government, the administration. We're all going to have differences of opinion. And we're going to have, we have certain responsibilities. And I'm not suggesting that we shirk any of our responsibilities or not talk about issues that need to be discussed. It's just the manner in which we present it. It's the manner in which we approach it, the manner in which we question. It just reflects, lately it's been reflecting poorly upon us. I don't need anybody's help to look bad. I can do that all by myself. And I've done a pretty good job over the years, had my ups and downs. But truly, it's been bothering me. over the last few months.